Okay guys, so you're here to see a calorie restricted diet versus keto. So we want to see what goes on. If that's what you're looking for, stay tuned. Okay guys, so it's a big question there. Why should I do a keto diet? Why don't I just do a traditional calorie restricted diet? What's the problem? We're going to identify why a calorie restricted diet is more like a torture and why it's extremely unsuccessful, as opposed to a massively, phenomenally successful keto diet. Okay guys, so let's have a look at the first part. We want to have a look at a normal diet timeline. So a normal modern diet. So here we go. Here you can see here what to expect when eating a normal diet. So what you do first is you eat the variety of foods, all contain carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and they give your body fuel. And you use them, you utilize them, you make them to help repair your body. Usually if it's the modern diet, like for example, it's got pasta and bread and rice, and it's massively high in starches and sugars, which is very, very negative. Okay, so then blood sugar rises, energy rises, then stabilizes, carbs raise blood sugar, giving you energy to focus and move. So this is a normal diet. You're breaking them all down, you turn them into glucose, and off you go. You're using all the glucose in your blood, and you're storing glycogen, a polysaccharide, which is going to be able to store your quick energy. Now, here we go. Hungers and cravings. Hunger returns over time as blood sugar falls. Hunger and cravings may come back. So hunger and cravings come back, and they generally come back really quickly. So as your insulin crashes, you're going to be getting a lot more hunger pangs and cravings, especially if you're lacking certain nutrients, you'll crave certain foods. Now, here you can see fat is stored. Extra calories get stored. Calorie excess is stored as fat, which can lead to weight gain. So the reality is nearly all people on modern diets gain weight. Why is that? Well, it's because generally there are just too many, refined carbs in their diets. And so what happens, it's not fat that is the issue, it's actually the refined carbs. So usually what happens is you use all that energy, and excess energy then gets stored as fat. And so that's a problem. So you make it into glycogen, fill up your muscles and your liver, then you store it in your adipose fat tissue. So after you've done that, what do you think is going to happen? You eat again. And so what's happening is it's a continuous cycle that repeats itself, daily ups and downs, making the point that you're constantly going up and down, and you're also then just basically keep going, I'm eating fat, and that fat instantly goes to storage if it's not going to be utilized. And then also at the same time, then when it comes low again, before anything's burned off, and your glycogen is, if you start burning your glycogen, you instantly put more carbs back in, totally replenish your glycogen really quickly and have tons of glucose again in your blood, and then you store tons of fat again. So that's the way it goes. You store the fat, and then you may turn your glucose excess sugars into fat. Now, that's a normal diet. So that's why a normal diet makes you fat. There's pretty much no way out of it on a modern diet unless you're going to really pick your foods and eat whole foods, and you do a lot of exercise. Now, what we want to look here, you can see here, now you have a calorie restricted diet timeline. So what can we see here? You eat less than you need. So you create a calorie deficit, your body starts looking for energy. So your blood sugar is used up first. Easy energy comes from glucose in your blood. Hunger is manageable. But then glycogen stores get used up in your liver and muscles. Stored carbs in your liver and muscles are burned. Hunger starts to increase. Starvation mode. Hunger and cravings hit hard. Energy is low. You feel hungry, irritable, tired, and crave carbs. Progress feels slow. Here, burn fat finally. So after a long period of time, fat stores used for energy. Hunger settles down again, weight loss begins slowly. Now, 6, you eat carbs again. So as soon as you have another meal, you've got carbs in them, you end up having those carbs, and you're going to use them, you're going to replenish glycogen, then you're going to end up basically storing any fat, okay? And then what's going to happen is that you're going to burn through, obviously again, your cycle. So here again, the cycle repeats. You burn carbs, then glycogen, then fat again. Weight loss is slow and non-linear. So it's like that. You go, okay, I'm burning fat, back to stage 1. I'm burning fat, back to stage 1. That's how it works on a calorie restricted diet. And that's why they don't work very well. Okay guys, so here we go. Let's have a look at a keto diet. So now this is a keto timeline. You eat keto foods, eat fat and protein, you eat high fat, moderate protein, very low carb foods, insulin stays low. So glucose is completely cleared out of your blood. Immediately you go to your glycogen stores in your muscle and your liver. So here we go. Fat is accessed for fuel. Why? Because you've now gone through all of your glycogen and you've only got a little bit spread over your body. You've used up all the glycogen there, 24 hours in your liver, 36 hours in your muscles. And so what's happening is that is pretty much all gone. And then so your body realizes we need energy now to maintain everything of the body's functions. So you access your fat stores, and when the glycogen depletes, your body unlocks stored fat for energy. So now what's happening is you don't have any glucose, you have no glycogen there, pretty much all depleted, and so your body is now massively going to your adipose fat tissue. You're breaking it down, so the triglycerides are broken down through lipolysis. You then take them out, as in your triglycerides become fatty acids and glycerin. So those fatty acids go off and power your body. Then some of them are taken to your liver, a fantastic energy molecule called ketone. So a ketone is made, and those ketones are really fantastic, and they power the most important parts of your body, your brain, parts of your heart and your muscles. So you power your heart and your muscles as well. So this is the most amazing part. You want loads more ketones, and that happens over time. So ketones produced, liver converts fat into ketones for a clean, efficient fuel source. Then fat burned plus ketones used. So fat and ketones fuel your body, fatty acids are burned for energy, and ketones fuel your brain and parts of your body. Energy is steady and lasting. So then step 7, no cycle. 7, continual fat loss. So what happens is that you go into, what exactly happens is you go into losing loads of fat and water in the first week. And then you're in ketosis for full. You start ketosis usually on day 2 or 3, but you're fully in ketosis day 7. And then what happens is then that continues. And so what happens over week 2 and 3 is you burn fat, but you burn it in a way that's inefficient. Your body's not used to it, so you burn a load of it. So you drop tons of weight on week 2 and 3, and then you slowly become more adapted. So as you hit that week 4, you start either to become fully adapted or adapting to burning fat. So the weight loss actually drops a little bit, but still a massive amount, but it continues for a very long time because it just continues completely, and you burn all the fat off your body. There you go. So that is a simple difference between a restrictive calorie diet and a keto diet. As long as you stay in that metabolic pathway for making ketones, you're going to burn a phenomenal amount of weight, but you have to be cautious and make sure you don't spike yourself out on the diet. Now, this is very simple here, guys. Now, what happens when you're in a keto diet? It's different. Those cravings and hunger, you don't get those. You have clean, efficient, stable ketones, and they make your mind so calm and clear. Your whole body just goes, oh, I love these ketones, they're amazing. And at the same time, you're burning fatty acids, so you're dropping tons of fatty acids, all coming from your adipose fat storage there. And then when all the adipose fat tissue has dropped them, they're burning all off in your body. Then some of them are being changed into ketones, so they disappear as fat, and they come out as the energy molecule ketone, and then they go off to, so they come out as the energy molecules ketones, and they go out and they power all the most important parts of your body, and they increase over time. And then when you're really fat adapted, you feel amazing. You can run for longer. You can do everything better. It's really conducive. Okay, guys, so here we go. We have a graph here. So on the left, you have calorie restricted diet, and you have a ketogenic diet over a 12-week period. So what can we see here? The whole idea here is you can see you have over 12 weeks, you're definitely going to lose about 4 to 7 kg on average. And then on a calorie restricted diet, you lose 4 to 7 kg if you're consistent. But on a keto diet, you lose 6 to 10 kg. Now, I can tell you for a fact, if you just do a bit of exercise, you will definitely lose 14 kg, without a doubt. Now, for the 12-week period. No, in fact, you would lose more. You would lose possibly even up to 21 kg in 3 months. So this is a 3-month period. So you have to understand that in 3 months, If you do a lot of exercise, you will lose maybe up to 21 kg. Now, this is showing 10 kg plus, because on a keto diet, you lose fat rapidly. So guys, when looking at the weight loss on the calorie restricted, 4 to 7 at its best. And why is that? Because you keep going in a cycle and just replenishing, then only burning a little bit, then replenishing, then burning a little bit after a long period of time. So that's the problem. Now, on the calorie restricted diet, you've got strong hunger, you've got cravings, you've got energy fluctuates, harder to stay consistent, and you can easily have problems when you plateau and burn in energy. So when you jump over here, you can see less hunger and cravings, more stable energy, better focus and mood, greater fat loss potential, 100%. So consistency with keto will make you a very slim person, 100% guys. Now, even for myself, yes, I've been doing my keto diet. I've done a cyclical keto diet, and I will pop out my whole story in a little while, and you guys can see from last year I began in about April, the beginning of April, and I was 140 kg approximately, and over that period of time I did it conducively and healthily. I had plenty of breaks on it, and I'm down now about 40 kg. So the whole idea is as I come up, I will document that later, but the reality is no calorie restricted diet has ever dropped the amount of weight that a keto diet has done for me. So I can do that with 100% evidence and state that without a doubt. Now, okay guys, so I hope you like this video. Please thumbs up and subscribe. And guys, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.